go. He was excited. That gave him life to see that he had that control over my day, that control over my happiness, over my joy, my sadness. I could not laugh for years around him, y'all. For years, I didn't have a laughter. So when people see me laughing now, they're like, you laugh a lot. And I say, I thank God that I laugh a lot. Because when I was in that relationship, I couldn't laugh. If I would start laughing and he felt any presence of me being happy, he was going to do something so bad. I had to pay for that laugh, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I'm trying to tell you, I had to pay for that laugh. Any presence of joy that was around me, he would come back, and each time he would do something so horrible, so horrible. But it was so hard to let him go, knowing that he was wrong. And some of you are in the relationships knowing that it's hard to let that person go, and you don't know why it's like that. But the reason why it's hard to let them go, because they groomed you to have pain. They taught you how to handle pain. And now you have a high tolerance of pain. But they taught you over the course of time. Every time that they were doing the little sneaky things to you, every time they were betraying you, they were teaching you how to have pain. I kind of got emotional and teary here because, like I said, I had to pay for that laughter. And when you deal with these type of people, gosh, when you deal with these type of people, they don't feel sorry for you. Ladies, stop trying to make a man feel sorry for you. Stop thinking if you make him feel sorry for you, you're going to get that love or that baby boy experience. You're not going to get that baby boy experience. That was a movie. If somebody makes you feel bad, you do what you have to do to get out of that mindset, to get out from underneath that control and power. You do not realize how dangerous these people are. They will control you and take your power before you know it. I had no idea I was so weak. And I started out so strong. I thought I was headstrong, but I was nothing compared. And I wasn't ready for what was coming my way with the narcissist. I wasn't ready. I didn't see it. I was blindsided. I thought I was being smart enough this time because this was my second relationship. I thought I had learned a lot from the first relationship, but this second relationship proved to me that you can never know a person good enough. And if they are sucking life out of you, then you're the one got to get up and get that life back. So some of the signs that you're suffering from this secret form of emotional abuse is that gaslighting. You know that you are self-aware, you have strong opinions, defined goals, and at the core you know who you are. Then one day you wake up out of nowhere and you begin doubting things. You begin to question people's motives, especially your family members. If you got smart family members that can pick up on stuff, they don't want you around that family member. They're going to do everything they can do to keep you isolated so they can continue to gain that control from you. Take your power. So you begin to question your motives, second guessing what you want and who you are. Your confidence turns to suspicion. You hear me? Some people lose their total confidence. They no longer have confidence in themselves. I told you when I started off, I was a heel tight wearing girl. I stayed clean. I had beautiful lipstick. I kept my house a certain way. And this man broke me down. He broke me down bad. And it was over time, little piece at a time, they take of you. Each time they play with your mind, each time they betray you, and you take them back, it takes a part of you. It takes a part of your brain. Your brain take a beating because you know it's not right. You feel like you feel neurotic and paranoid. You know, this is emotional abuse. You may even start to wonder, am I going crazy? Am I going crazy? What happened to me? I used to be so, it's kind of like whenever you see someone on drugs, because it is an addiction to that person. When you see someone on drugs, when they first start out doing drugs, they don't look bad. You can't even tell that they're doing it. They actually look, they just look happy with it, You can't tell that, that they're going down. But each time that you take that hit, each time you take that puff, you're going down until people don't even recognize you no more. Until you don't even recognize yourself no more. and you feel like you're going crazy. That's how it is with the narcissist. When you hook up with a narcissist, they beat you down emotionally until you no longer know who you are. And you feel like you're going crazy. So if you can identify with any of the feelings just mentioned, you may be the victim of narcissism. If you are identifying with that, what I just said, you probably are being abused and don't even realize it. They will gaslight you. Gaslighting is a manipulative tactic in which a person to gain power and control plants seeds of uncertainty in the victim, the self-doubt, and constant skepticism. Slowly and meticulously cause the individual to question their reality. You begin to question who you are. What am I doing? Another thing that narcissists do, they love to emotionally blackmail you. Emotional blackmail may include threats, anger, warnings, intimidation, or punishment. I know grown women who get whippings. If they do not do what the narcissist tells them to do. It's a form of manipulation that provokes doubt in you. You feel fear. You feel obligated to help this narcissist. You feel obligated because after all, they did love you in the beginning. And if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't be in a relationship. You wouldn't have had your first little beautiful moments. Maybe they took you out for a date and it was the best date you ever been on. Now you feel obligated to serve them the rest of your life. You feel like you can't leave that. Or guilt. You feel guilty. You feel guilty if they come around you and they be like, I'm sick. You feel that obligation to take care of their needs over yours. You can be sick yourself. And when you're with a narcissist, you'll get up and take care of that narcissist before you take care of yourself. And you'll feel guilty if you don't go ahead and do what they say do. And sometimes that's considered the brain fog. That's the fog. Gaslighting intentionally making you distrust your own perceptions of reality or believe that you're mentally incompetent. It makes you feel like you don't really have a say because what you're saying doesn't make sense. They project that into your mind. That what you're saying, it doesn't make sense. So why are you even talking to me like that? Competition, competing in one up and to always be on top. Sometimes though, through unethical means, cheating games. This is stuff that the narcissist does. The narcissist will intentionally go flirt with other women while you are there to teach you to take that pain. My God, help us, Lord. They will flirt with women while you are there. They would disrespect you. I'm talking about wives. Wives have been disrespected because they are with narcissists, and the husbands are teaching them to take this pain. I bet you most of the women that are side chicks never wanted to be a side chick. But because of the pain that they were taught to have, that's how they ended up being a side chick. They were taught to endure this pain. You got to take this pain if you want to be with me. And many women give in to that. Many women give in to being a side chick because they have been conditioned to take that pain. Many women give in to these men cheating on them because they have been conditioned to take that pain. Negative contrasting, unnecessarily making comparisons to negatively contrast you with the narcissist or other people. You know, narcissists will always compare you to other people. They will be like, well, that ain't the way his wife looks. His wife takes care of him. So now you feel obligated again. You lose your power. Sabotage. Narcissist disruptive interference with your endeavors or relationships for the purpose of revenge or personal advantage. They will make you fall out with your whole family. Your whole family. You will fall out with your sisters and your brothers, even your mother and father, who you knew was there for you when nobody else was. Make you fall out with your best friends so they can have personal advantage over you. That's how they start sneaking in, getting that complete power and control over you. Because they interfere with your relationships. They interfere with your job. You ever been on a job and this narcissist felt like they needed you at home more than you needed to be working, and you knew you had bills, but because you're with a narcissist who needs this total attention, they show up on your job. They keep calling you, knowing that you got to work, you got to bring this income in. They don't care that you work hard. They don't care that you just pull 12 hours. They don't care that you pull 16 hours. They want what they want, and they want it now. Whatever you do is still not going to be good enough for them. Okay? Okay, another thing is lying. Persistent deception to avoid responsibility or to achieve the narcissist's own ends. Withholding such things as, I talked about the money and stuff. Another thing that they do is neglect. Ignoring the needs of a child for whom the abuser is responsible. Includes child endangerment, placing or leaving a child in a dangerous situation. An example of that may be that that you should take your child in the store and not leave that car running. That narcissist may convince you that, hey, we're not going to be in there long. Let's go on in there. If you leave the car running, the baby sleep. You're not going to wake up and get up there and, cut the car off. But it's still dangerous to leave your child in a car running. You know that. But by the time cognitive dissonance sets in, you're confused and you go right along with what the narcissist says. You go ahead and do what they say. And now your child is in danger. Dangerous situation. What if the car starts leaking gas? What if somebody comes and breaks the window out and takes the child who cannot defend themselves? You will put your children in danger for the narcissist. That's how they work, because that child is not coming before them. I don't care how much you love that child's stepchildren, biological children. They don't even put their own children before themselves. So they're not going to put your children before themselves either. They will deny their children. They would deny their children biological DNA, and they will also deny their children a life with them. And if they do live with them, it's their way or no way. And it's very dangerous to think that you're supposed to leave a child up under a person like that. That child is being brainwashed. And that's why it's part of domestic violence too. Because that child is being brainwashed to be just like them. That child is being conditioned to only serve them. To only serve the narcissist. Imagine you seeing somebody treating your baby bad. But because you're brainwashed, you can't even get up and go take up for your child. That's how bad that these narcissists are. They will manipulate your mind to the point where you stop going to PTA meetings. You stop going to the basketball games. You stop supporting your children so that you can once again put all the support on them. Put all the eyes on them. And that's what they want you to do. Everything has to be all about them. Whoever else is around, look. It don't matter who died in your family. Your mother can be dead. And a narcissist is so cruel that they will have you doing things for them up until the day of the funeral. And even after the funeral, during the funeral. They'll want you to do things for them. And forget about the pain that you're going through, that you just lost your mother. It's not about them. Oh, your mother died? Okay, I'm sorry. But they don't mean it. They don't mean it. They don't care that your mother or your father died. They don't care that you just lost your baby. You had a miscarriage. They don't feel anything. Remember, they lack empathy. And when they lack empathy, they can't reciprocate back what you give to them. And that's how it drains you. Whatever goodness you pour into them, they cannot pour back into you. So they will purposely sabotage everything that you have set up, everything that was good. They will sabotage it. Okay, I'm going to do one more of these and then I'm going to go privacy invasion. Ignoring your boundaries by looking through your things, phone,